Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tune Project. Today I'm going to be walking you through step-by-step how to play the song Beautiful Dreamer. And stay tuned for the second half of the video where we'll play it together at a slow, medium, and fast tempo. If it's your first time here, welcome to the Tune Project. Be sure and hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one. Alright guys, here we go, Beautiful Dreamer, let's do it. This song is in the key of C major, which typically means that we have no sharps and no flats. However, in this particular song, we do have a couple of accidentals, so be on the lookout for those as we move along. So we start on a C natural, low second finger on the A string. Okay, so there we moved from the A string down to the D string, and you probably noticed that we have our first accidental there at the end, which was a C sharp. So be sure to listen for that and maybe reach a little bit higher with that third finger than you might be used to. And then of course I ended on an A, but instead of playing an open A, you might have noticed I used my fourth finger. And the reason for that is so that we don't have to cross multiple strings since we're coming from the G string. It's just a little bit more efficient that way. Now we have a set of moving eighth notes starting on a G. And we ended on an E, first finger on the D string, and the two notes that were repeated among those moving eighth notes were A and F. Now we would go back to the beginning and play all of that one more time, except this time ending on a different note. And you'll probably see what that note is when I get to the second ending of this section. So here we go from the beginning with a new ending. So if you guessed that I ended on a C, you would be correct. The first time we ended on an E, leaving it a little bit open-ended and not quite sounding conclusive, and then the second time we come around and end on a C, tying everything nicely together. Now we move on to the second half of the song. Okay, so all of that was just between the two lowest strings, G and D, and you probably noticed that I again used my fourth finger for that A so that we could just limit our bow movement to just the two strings instead of hopping all the way over to the A string. And now we begin on a C on the A string for these next couple of measures. So that finger pattern is slightly easier than what we saw just a second ago. We're just pretty much staying on the A string up until that very last note. And now we circle back to the beginning with this main Beautiful Dreamer theme, beginning on C natural. So you should recognize this part. Okay, so basically, if you didn't already notice, what we did there was we basically just played the first half of the song, once again, ending on an E. So that would be the first ending. So we just play that exact same thing that we did in the very beginning, and then we wrap it up with these last couple of measures. Okay, so again, we have those moving eighth notes, and a lot of it was just little scale patterns moving up and down the scale, and then finally ending on our tonic of the key, which is C major. Congratulations for learning Beautiful Dreamer. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And now let's go ahead and just do a quick recap to go over some of the things that we talked about along the way. First of all, like I mentioned in the very beginning, we are in the key of C major. However, we do have a couple of C sharps. So if you're not familiar with playing C sharps on the G string, then be sure to just practice that little pattern if you want to just play a quick open G, A, B, C sharp just to get that whole step pattern, then definitely do that beforehand. Next is we do have the same section repeated in the second half that we played in the first opening section of the song. So if it helps you to remember that you're just playing the same notes that you did in the very beginning, then definitely use that to your advantage. Next, we have a little bit of an odd time signature going on with this song. If you're familiar with the melody already, it probably doesn't faze you, but if it helps for you to think of a certain rhythm pattern, we are in 9/8 time. That's our time signature. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that might be a little bit new to some of you, but it's really not much different in terms of feel to 3/4 time or 6/8 time. So don't let that confuse you, but if it does help you, then use that for sure. And now let's play Beautiful Dreamer together at a slow, medium, and fast tempo. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Happy practicing!